Hi class, this is Jill McMenamin, JilMac for short. I'm going to be talking about amortization schedules. Students know if they have any questions about this video, they can find more information on my website or they can give me a call. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, this happens to be associated with Computer Applications Assignment 5, where I'm going to tell you about amortization schedules, but it really can apply to any of my assignments. So we have assignment 5 and we want to go out to the computer applications handouts. So when we go to computer applications handouts, you can see that I just uploaded a computer apps assignment 5 loan amortization. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this. It's an Excel spreadsheet. And then I'm going to open it. So let me go and open it, and I'll be able to find it in my downloads. Here's my downloads, and I called it Computer Applications, so let's see if we can find it. Well, it's in my downloads file somewhere, but I'm going to open it in Excel. So I also have another copy of it that I downloaded already. And so I'm going to go out to my computer and I'm going to sort it by name. I'm going to go out to client. You can just see a little file management here. I have a computer applications, and in computer applications I have all the different assignments, and when I go to assignment 5 I'm going to open up this computer apps. So I'll double click it and that will open it. Now when you open it from downloading, you may see that it's just a lot of times when we download spreadsheets for the first time, you're going to see that it opens it in safe mode, or it opens it in view only mode, and you have to tell it yes, you want to edit it. Because in order to do some of the things I'm going to be showing you with amortization schedules, you really have to be able to edit it. So what an amortization schedule is it's telling you how much interest. And let me blow this up just a little bit more so we can see this a little bit better. I'll move it over here and reduce it, enlarge it, and make my screen a little bit shorter. I'm trying to fit everything on one page. Move it back over. Make it a little bit shorter. There we go. We can adjust this. Now down here in the lower right hand corner you can see that there's a bar, and I can make this as small as I want or I can make it as large as I want. So I'm going to make it so that we can kind of see the different areas. And also be aware that I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, that sometimes you can't see the whole screen. Some things may be off the screen, and especially to see this kind of little chart over here. If we borrow $25,000 and we have a 6% annual interest rate, and we take this loan out for 4 years, and we're going to do payments every other week, and we're going to start our loan in 2008, our scheduled payment is going to be $293.24, and the total interest that we're going to pay over the life of the loan is $3,000. Now when I bought my house, I took out a loan for $55,000, and I always kind of, whenever I'm learning something new, I always use something that means something to me. So if today we borrowed $55,000 and it was a 12% interest, we would be paying $645 a month. If we had the loan in 4 years, but my loan happened to be for 30 years, and there was only going to be 12 payments a year. That's how I started it out. Then it would be $329. However, when I started out, my interest rate was 12%. And the year happened to be, it was 10/01/2015. You kind of remember, or 1985. That's when I took my mortgage out for. No, I don't need any extra payments. And so my loan was $565 a month. I ended up, if I had kept on that route, I ended up paying in interest $148,000 I paid in interest. I paid for my house 4 times over with an interest rate of 12%. So I'm gonna open up a blank workbook, just so I can hop back and forth. And I want to just put down some information. I want to put down the loan amount. And so my loan amount was for $55,000. And the number of years, the years, was 30. And the interest rate was 12%. And so the total interest paid, we can make our column wider. And my total interest paid, I'll move this down a little bit. Maybe I'll make this spreadsheet smaller. So this is a comparison. So my total interest is $148,665.29. And I haven't got this formatted as money, but let's format this as money. So I'm going to format it as currency and say okay. Now this particular version of Excel, if I go up here, that I'm using, is 2007. And I use this one. I wanted you to see a different version. I can use the 365. I could use Excel 2016. But I wanted you to see a different one. This is 2007. And many small companies that you go to, you may see that they're not using the most current version because they don't need the most current version. I use 2007 on this computer because it's a smaller footprint. It seems to be a little bit more efficient on my Windows 7 machine. So we're going to do a comparison. Now suppose we wanted to know current interest rates. So I'm going to Google current, I'm just going to say interest rate for TD Bank. So interest rate TD Bank loan. So I'm just wondering, TD Bank is a pretty common bank, and what I want is, you know, all these different things are supposed to be reviews, the top mortgages, but my bank is TD Bank, and it's probably the one I would go through. And so I'm in banking here, and I want to go and find out where it's kind of loading it in. I want to find out what the interest rates are. And so you might say home mortgage rate. It'll bring up Did it say it on the page before? Yeah. Featured rate to help you get started. For a 30-year fixed rate conventional loan, it's 4% or 4.06. So for us, let's do 4%. We'll just say that we're going to look at 4%. But this is all basically dependent on your credit rating. So if I were to purchase and the loan amount was $55,000 and the purchase price of the house happened to be $70,000 and the state was Vermont and the county was, I'm in Wyndham. I'm going to see my estimate. Because they have a lot of this amortization thing, but it doesn't show you everything. It doesn't show you everything like I'm going to. So it's going to search 30 years, and here it gives you some 30-year rate fixed. Oops, refreshed. How many points you have to buy, closing costs, what that payment would be, kind of thing. So you get some amortization kind of things when you do this, you know, and as you look at the interest rate, you know, that's going to change, APR, discounts, do you get any kind of discounts, and what the payments could be. So I'll move that out. Now I'm going to do this. So this was in the year, because the year that I took it out was 1985. But interest rates today are around 4%. So let's do 55,000 for 4% over 30 years, and we're going to pay it once. My loan payment now is $262, and my total is $39,000. So for 55,000 over 30 years, if my interest is 4%, the total interest I'm going to be paying is $39,528.23. But this happens to be the year 2017. So your credit, and let's put this in money. We'll format that whole row in currency, and we'll format this whole row also in currency. And here for the symbol, instead of none, I would like a $sign. But you could put, you know, as you look at this, you could put different, you know, you could put the pound or whatever if you were British or Canadian. Okay, so that tells you that buying a house for $55,000 today, or borrowing $55,000, you may have $45,000 just laying around that you could pay on it, is $39,000, and our payment is going to be $262.58. Oops, $262.58. Now, if I were to go back and put this at 12% again, then I can get my $565.74. Move that a little bit. So that would be $565.74. And this would be making 12 payments. But a lot of people pay, because they get paid twice a month, want to make, I think that what they do is they do it every other week. So if you do it every other week, it would be 26 payments. Maybe they get paid every other week. So if we wanted to do this, that this was a number of payments, if we put in 26 payments per year for 30 years at 12%, so I'm just going to add a row in here. And if I did this same thing, just paste it down here, but I'm making 24 payments, and those payments are 261.04, my interest would be 112,647.97. And I would be making 26 payments of 261.04. So I like to kind of add to this. Well, 264, that's like, and this would be per month. So per month would be the same, but this would be equals sum this, say, times 2. So you're actually paying less per month, and you are saving, sorry about my calendar popping up. And you are saving over the life of your loan, equals sum this amount minus this amount.
Call from
Oops.
Shell.